Yeah, definitely. I mean, right now, how do you feel things are going right now? Because right now, I mean, obviously, based on your statement, it does sound like.
I mean, it sounds like we need. So, again, I'll tell you the same thing I told Corwin, same thing I told Barrick. I think you could absolutely press charges right now and convict her ass on possession. I don't think that's the right thing to do. And I think she was absolutely under duress based on everything that we've heard. I think that witness statements would corroborate that. But more importantly, the investigation, which I hope is where we're going next, is who the fuck has all these guns and why are they doing this?
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of the direction I want to go. I would really like to avoid the conviction if we can prove her innocence. And based on her statement, I have reason to believe that, yeah, you know, maybe she's telling the truth. Honestly, my big takeaway is if I can get in touch with Bobby Charles and he can give me a similar story, that's a witness. Also, the Jordan thing was Corwin saying that Jordan
Got kidnapped, or was about to get kidnapped.
and they didn't because
Wrong girl.
see, that's interesting because that's not what she told police. I found out.
What did she tell police?
Essentially that, nah, don't worry about it. It was just a weird situation and it was just kind of chalked up to something regarding furniture. So
that doesn't help.
Yeah.
That's
well,
bad.
I'm gonna, except when I get her into a room and Mirandize her, she'll hopefully have some more information to disclose because I would really love to know her statement, especially because she's already given conflicting sides, it sounds like. But the timeline of events, there was no there was no report made. This is where things get fucked up. There was no report made because she didn't want to press charges.
Oh, well. I think you guys should be making reports whether people press charges or not. This is a problem.
I would agree with you. We already do so much paperwork.
Oh.
I understand why we try our best to limit what we can. Unfortunately, where we do shorthand ourselves is where we are kind of fucked, because then we are stuck with the ever dooming, oh man, if we don't write this down, what if? And of course, this falls under the what if. So I think just based on the fact that I know that Jordan was also reported kidnapped during the time of roughly around the timeline of when this 911 came through, I think we have enough of a timeline to at least bring Jordan into a room and say, hey, you know, the other day you know, there's reports of you being possibly kidnapped, right? And just kind of going off of that. I wish I knew who the other assailant was. I'm hoping Bobby Charles will have that information, but it's as the good old Cornwood would say, it is a daggum shit show. I don't know how else to put that.
Couldn't agree more, honestly. I think it is, but at the end of the day, the important thing is getting it done.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
gotta follow the road wherever it leads, right?
Yeah, right now it's currently running up Schitt's Creek, and I'm not a fan. But because if this is one of, all I'm gonna say, Xavier, is how do I say this where it doesn't sound like I'm a sloppy officer? If I have to do another one of these in the next 24 hours, I'm gonna throw my badge at a wall, pick it back up, and hope it's not bent in two.
Yeah. Well, I was asking Barrick. I said, I mean, because we know all these other guns are out. What do you think? You know, what are the chances we get 2 of these tomorrow or 3? You know, because they're pissed off that charges didn't get pressed in this one.
Well, the issue is, I mean, if you really look at it, this started 4 hours ago. 4 or 3 hours ago? I don't even know. But even if it was 3 or 4 hours ago, times that by however many are stolen. If this is the course of action based on the gun that was stolen, I mean, I don't want to call this a waste of officer time, but because it's not according to the law. But of course, we have reason to believe that the gun could have been, you know, the gun could have been planted. We got to prove it. We got to try and find some, you know, form of doubt. We have a casing. Barrick did find the projectile, and it does match. So
Good.
that does mean something.
Good. I mean, I'm glad. I think you guys are doing it right, as usual.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm trying to help out with the Ruth stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
I do think that someone level-headed needs to be conducting it, and I think Barrick is more than level-headed, and I think I'm more than level-headed to make a reasonable and rational decision. And if someone has to investigate it, I would rather it be us versus someone else. Not that I don't trust anyone else. It's just it falls in line with making sure that things are being done